In this video, we'll be testing dowsing, specifically using dowsing rods. Dowsing has long been claimed to detect, well, animals.
Let's see if it'll find Sweetie. Okay.
Missing persons, well known for its apparent ability to detect water even in remote desert climates, and gold, which is what we largely focused on in this video. We know it's been around for centuries, which is a statement that you hear all the time when dealing with practitioners of pseudoscience, from many of the alternative therapies like reflexology to faith-based things like prayer, weird quirky things like auras, readings, crystals, and this dowsing thing. Dowsers, it's doing pretty well for itself. I even have dowsers in my yellow pages, which was a surprise. They will wander the yard or whatever, see they're looking for water, and they have two, if they're using dowsing rods, they have two rods in their hand, and they will veer to the left or to the right. And you could swear that they're not moving their hands, and they certainly will swear they're not moving their hands, and it will appear as if something is pulling it so this direction. If it wanders to the left, they'll kind of go that way, and eventually it'll cross, and that says, here's your water, or here's your dead person, or here's where your dog was last, or something like that. But in this video, I ended up having to test with just one dowsing rod. That's because I enlisted the help of two gullible little lab rats, which was necessary because this requires belief in order for it to appear to work. We had used two in the beginning, but these kids are very right side dominant, and the left hand didn't know what the right hand was doing, and one got poked in the eye. So got rid of one dowsing rod, and eventually we got rid of one dowser. But here's our test, and let me know what you think.
Okay, so my niece Jordan is testing the dowsing rod, and we are searching for gold. This gold candle here, and the dowsing rod is pointing right at it. Right over there. Now, I'm going to move the gold rod. Her hand is going to stay still. Avery, rod, will you move this candle? This golden candle? Okay, move it to over there in that pocket. No, it's still pointing that way. Move it to the pocket, the far pocket by the panda.
You put it on the candle.
That's fine. Is it pointing at it? Okay. So Avery, move it again. Move it back to where it was originally, right here.
Right in front of him. Don't scratch the table.
Okay. Now, only I will know where this golden candle is, and the dowsing rod, if it works, which is pointing at it right now, actually, will find this, and she won't know where it is. So go ahead and hide in that room.
Okay.
Don't come out till I say so. Okay. And only go where it points. So hang on. Okay, it's going straight. Go ahead and stop. kind of pointing down. Alright, well it says straight, so go straight. Oh, it's turned. Okay. Alright, did you find it?
No.
No. Okay, so I'll tell you what. I actually hid it in the complete opposite side of the room. So, what really happened here? What you're witnessing is the ideomotor effect. She thought it was over there, and she's making small little movements, even though she can't detect it. Maybe even you and I can't detect it with our naked eye. It's still her doing the work, and not the coat hanger magic rod, whatever the hell you want. Now she knows it's in there, and so it's pointing that way. So, Jordan, the dowsing rod will actually detect clocks. Oh, there's a clock right there. Okay. Okay, now it will detect fish tanks. Look at that. Fish tanks. Okay, now it will detect plants. Your hand moved there. Okay. Now it will detect dogs. Slowly, slowly, slowly. And there's the dog. Very interesting thing here. When confronted with why didn't the dowsing rod work, Jordan came up with the idea that it was messed up by other pieces of gold. She came over here, and she mentions that it found that, or that, or that. And this is exactly what people do. They, when the test doesn't work, first of all, it's always 100% accurate, right? But then when it doesn't work, it's because, well, there's other things in the area. When it comes to detecting ghosts, well, then there's other spirits messing it up. Water, well, then the moisture in your mouth is messing up the test. You can't seem to get through to these people. Now we're going to try it with putting it underneath these cups here. Right there. So we have a series of cups here. And right now you see the dowsing rod is pointing at the golden candle. It's still pointing at the gold candle, and she's right. Okay, so now Jordan, I'm going to ask you to leave the room, okay? And you're going to come back in, and I'm going to shuffle that around, okay? All right, so go ahead, leave. Okay, go. Right in the middle. Okay. It says it's the final one. This is incredible. I can't believe this. Look at that. Oh, it's not it. Okay. So why do you think it didn't work?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure. Is it still it's still pointing that way? Maybe not. Maybe you're actually pointing to that one. Is that what it was? Oh, I see. Wow.
Oh.
No, it wasn't it. So keep it still. Try not to move this thing here. So, ideomotor effect. As long as she doesn't know where it is, the dowsing rod can't find it.
So are people who believe in these faith-based systems stupid? Well, no, not at all. It's just a self-confirming bias, where you focus on the hits and ignore the misses. From prayer, if you make enough prayers, then it appears as if they're answered. If you focus only on the hits and ignore the misses, it's as if they're always answered. Psychics, if you make enough guesses, then it appears as if you're psychic. This is something that we all do, and it's a good thing we base our experience off of this, but many times we end up fooling ourselves, and it's very hard to shed it, especially if there's an emotional attachment to it. I'm out of time.